Hi. I wanted to talk today a little bit about Archangel Ariel, about the spiritual 12-string DNA, and about our soul star chakra and our soul's mission on earth. The reason I wanted to talk about Ariel is because in my own personal spiritual journey, one of the real main turning points for me was when I started to learn a healing system called integrated energy therapy. Um, you can find out more about integrated energy therapy on learniet.com if you're interested. And the whole system was channeled by Archangel Ariel through a wonderful energy worker called Steven Thayer uh, in America. And the way that IET works is that we humans, when we have a traumatic experience in our lives, sometimes our brain can remember some of the facts, but it's the cells in our body that remember how it feels. It's the emotional layer in the aura which remembers the emotions, the emotional content of a trauma. It's the mental layer of the aura which remembers the things that we come to think about ourselves and our fellow human beings, the thoughts we develop about the divine, um, being influenced by the traumas we're holding. And in the right far out in the aura is the spiritual layer, which will hold memories of similar traumatic experiences in past lives. And if we die without having that trauma resolved, then it will come back to give us another chance to resolve it in a future life. So integrated energy therapy is a great system for relieving the body, for removing the traumas which create energy blockages and helping the body to come back into maximum flow. Some of the things which were channeled through Steven Thayer from Archangel Ariel were the two things I'm going to look at most now. The one is that in the soul star chakra, which is a chakra about, in my experience, maybe 70 to 80 centimeters above the head. Other systems have got different ways of describing, but that's my experience. And in the soul star chakra, we have the agreements. We could call it the blueprint for the things which we're going to experience in this life. Of course, as we go through life, our thoughts, our emotions, the intentions are all filled with free will. So the things which are contained in the soul star chakra, they come through to us in different ways depending on what we experience in our lives and the decisions we make. But basically the blueprint of what we're going to do in our life is up in that soul star chakra, and our job is to bring that energy down from the soul star through the entire energy system and plant it down in the very heart of Mother Gaia, all the way down to our Earth Star chakra, to live our soul's mission on Earth. Some of the things which are there could be the things which we need to release from previous lives, the things which, the karmic things which coming back again, giving us a second chance or a third or a fourth chance to deal with the same kind of problems. But we've also all got, every single soul in this planet has got something absolutely wonderful, something absolutely unique that they can contribute. Some people may have it in them to be a healer, a leader. Some people may have it in them to be a warrior or a judge. There's different things that we have in us all, which are very, very unique. And as each soul starts to live its soul's mission on earth, it doesn't only lead to the fulfillment of that individual soul, it helps to fulfill the divine plan for the entire planet. So one of the things which I hope to be doing in the very near future is a meditation on the soul star chakra, which Ariel has been working with me to bring this through, and it will be bringing through the talents which are invested in the soul star chakra, opening the the opening up the potential of the soul star chakra and bringing it down into the heart as being a very good place to begin to really have that love for the soul's mission that you've got. And the presence in the soul star chakra, the presence that you've got for this world, they're based on what you've done in your previous lives as a walking master on this planet or possibly on other planets. You have the most amazing potential, and it's really a question of opening up the various talents and abilities that you have and bringing them down into your life. So that's what we'll be doing in the next meditation I do. And one of the other things which I think Ariel was really channeled through Steven Thayer very early, and you hear more and more about it now, is the spiritual 12-string DNA. Ariel was channeling this information through Steven Thayer right back in the 90s, and now you hear more and more channels talking about spiritual 12-string DNA. Ariel is also incredibly precise about her description of the spiritual 12-string DNA. Scientists, of course, know of a pair of strings of DNA which governs the physical body. That's the one that they can see because that's where they look in the physical body. They don't know how to look in the other layers of the aura yet. Even at the level of the physical 12-string DNA, we know that a string of DNA has about 3,000 billion genomes, and they think that only about 100 billion of them are actually contributing to our physical bodies. So there's an awful lot of genomes which are not actually being used at the moment in any form. Every cell in your body has precisely the same physical genomes. It's just that it's which chapter of the book the different cells are reading. The cell in your skin and the cell in your brain, the cell in your eye and the cell in your liver. They've all got the same genomes, but they're reading different chapters of the book. And if we can learn to read more chapters, then we can unlock a lot of our potential. Ariel also talks about the second strand of DNA, which governs the emotions. The third strand of DNA governs the type of thoughts that we have, if we're pessimistic or optimistic, and if any beliefs, self-limiting beliefs that can be held at that level, which we maybe have inherited from our ancestors, as well as from our experiences throughout our lives. The next strand of DNA covers our karma, controls the flow of karma. The next strand controls the soul's mission part of our spiritual DNA. So the spiritual DNA has got both the karmic things which we have to look at and which we have to address from previous lives, but it's also got the wonderful potential from previous lives for us to live a life which is filled with joy and filled with peace, a life which is beneficial to ourselves, to our fellow people, to animals, to the planet, to the environment, to the big picture of the divine plan. We have part of our DNA which also controls the flow of soul groups, because if you're going to be a healer, people are going to be healed. You don't do healing without having someone to be healed. It's, the subject, object, verb. If you're going to be a teacher, someone's going to be taught. If you're going to be a judge, someone's going to be judged. If you're going to be a lawyer, you have clients as a lawyer. So the flow of souls which have got agreements with you to come in and help you to live your soul's mission in life as they live their lives is also controlled by a string of DNA. And the sixth pair of strings of DNA controls the divine plan, or your relationship to the divine plan. And when that string of DNA is fully active, then you're able to move into living your soul's mission, your divine plan, your soul's mission according to divine plan. So during the next little time, apart from my regular Monday angel card, I'm also going to be doing a meditation with Ariel, which I really look forward to sharing with everyone. And then on the 4 Sundays of Lent, the 30th of November is the first Sunday in Lent, so it's in a week and a half. Then I'll start doing an activation online of the spiritual 12-strand DNA. As an IAT master instructor and master instructor teacher, I'm able to, we learn how to attune various things, such as a blessing, such as a Tibetan singing bowl, and I've also attuned my shaman drum to the different levels of integrated energy therapies, sacred geometry. So without sharing what the sacred geometry is, I will be channeling energies through my drum, which will align the spiritual 12-string DNA, and I'm making a commitment now to be doing that work on the 4 Sundays of Lent. So I really hope you join me for the 4 Sundays of Lent to receive the sacred geometry in a combination of angel healing and shamanic drumming, which will be drummed through to you to align your spiritual 12-string DNA with your soul's mission on earth. So thank you very much for that. And I look forward to seeing you all again very soon, and definitely Monday at the latest with the card. And I hope to be able to get the first of these meditations really in place, the visit to the soul star chakra and the bringing the treasures from the soul star chakra into the temple in the heart. So I look forward to that, and wish you all a very nice evening. Thank you very much, and namaste.